Welcome to your 8 minutes Thriving Hard for Thriving Life Grief Tips. This week, we're going to talk about something that for a lot of people is an elephant in the room. So in other words, it's something that most of us are very uncomfortable and prefer not to talk about because it's uncomfortable. And unfortunately, it is something that is of a concern and a looming concern. In other words, a concern that is progressing. And that topic this week is suicide. And one thing about suicide, there are a lot of there are a lot of confusion about suicide. And unfortunately, the less we talk about it, the less awareness and the more confusions, which is putting people who needed help even at higher risk. So much so that suicide is the 11th leading cause of death in the US. And the last study showed that there are 132 deaths by suicide every day. Now, firstly, if somebody whom you know might be at risk of suicide, you can call if they don't want to do this themselves, you or the person don't want to do it themselves, you can call for them 988. There is a number in North America, Canada, United States and Canada. You can call 988 to receive help, to talk with knowledgeable counselors. And then if you can also, if you're not unable to call, there is also a chat line. The chat line is 988lifeline.org/chat, as written in my background here. And then you can also use text. You can text TALK, TALK, to 741-741. That number is 741-741, text TALK. And somebody will get on the text and help and try to help out. Now, the other part of this is actually with something as severe as suicide, the best thing is prevention. And one way for us to be able to prevent it is to be able to recognize some of the signs, some of the warning signs, some of the warning sign of somebody. Some of them are well known and easy to are well known and more recognizable. And I'm going to share with you some of them that less known. One of the less known fact about suicide is actually the highest rate of suicide to occur. Many people think that suicide are highest around holiday time because people feel sad, their loved one's not there, or it's the new year. And for at some point, this was the common knowledge that around holiday time. Nowadays, the newer study shows that the months with highest suicide rate is actually late spring, early summer in the Northern Hemisphere, but all around late spring, early summer are the highest rate of suicide. April, May, June, the rate of suicide increased years after years after years. And so what are some of the common sign of, or some of the sign of suicide? Some of the common sign, if somebody say that they're feeling hopeless, if they say that they have no reason to live, and if they suddenly withdrawing, or we notice that maybe a loved one, a friend suddenly looking for way, you catch them searching for online methods on taking themselves out, and or giving away prized possessions, or suddenly calling people and saying goodbye, or the intense depressions or something. These are the noun signs. There are some of less common one that can be very life-saving. And some of them is when somebody starts saying that they feel like a burden. When they feel like a burden, they said that they feel trapped. They said that they feel that they are in unbearable pain. And then the less commonly known behavior actually are something in the like aggressions. They suddenly become very aggressive. Now, sleeping too much, somebody suddenly seems to sleep all the time, could alert people, but also sleeping too little could also be a warning sign that somebody might be moving toward taking their own life out. So sleeping too little and aggressions, change in mood such as anger, as well as actually they suddenly seems to find just wonderful, amazing relief or some wonderful improvement. These are people, we're talking about people who has been having a tough time, for having a tough time, or something really tragic, something significant happen in their life, and they might be having a tough time and having a tough time, and then they suddenly say, you know what, I'm all good. Don't worry about me. I'll be just all good, with no apparent explanations. That can actually a warning sign that they might have something in the back of their mind to make it for their for in their mind to make it all good. And in again, in that scenario, one thing that we know that is very helpful in stopping somebody from suicide is actually feeling supported and feeling that they have support, feeling that you hear them, that somebody listen to them, that someone able to relate to them, make a we know that studies show it make a huge difference. So that's why even if they themselves, the person, his or herself, not able or willing to call, lend a hearing ear, be a heart with ears and open hands. In other words, where you listen with compassion, no judgments, offer help as much as they are able to receive help, and try your best to allow them to have more and more support. And then to also connect them excuse me, with resources that might be able to help them. I provide a grief group. That's open to everybody. That at no cost on Wednesday night. So if you need to reach out to me, feel welcome to do that for somebody who are grieving, but also calling 911, calling 988, calling local council, and of course, if somebody is in immediate danger, you do want to call 988. But suicide is one of those that is like an elephant in the room. It's not a comfortable topic, but study shows that even though at some point the rate of suicide was decreasing, unfortunately, the last couple of years, there are more and more suicide again. And so I hope if you know somebody, you can utilize this message. I also hope that you share this message, because such is life. We never know who is in pain, and you sharing this message might actually save somebody's life, perhaps without you even knowing. And if you have any question, feel welcome to connect with me directly through the platform that you find this. Feel welcome to message me. Feel welcome to connect with me at drtanforgrief@gmail.com as well, which is the email written at the bottom of this screen. And if you find this message beneficial, please subscribe for additional beneficial message, as well as please like and please share this video, such that one step at a time, we help to save the life of people who you might never know, but you might just save the life by sharing this video. And this is Dr. BirgitteTan with Joyful Riches Beyond Grief. And I am here for you if there is any support that I can provide to you.